What is up, guys? I'm Joshua Weissman, and today we're going to talk about Make Ahead chocolate chunk shortbread cookies. And I'm going to show you how to make them. Now, to give you a brief explanation of what these are exactly, and feel free to skip this moment, as usual, I won't be hurt, maybe a little bit. So these cookies aren't exactly like your traditional chocolate chip cookie. Now, I'm a chocolate chip cookie stickler. I like my chocolate chip cookies a specific way, and pretty much every other way is wrong to me. Now, I'm willing to take a step outside of my comfort zone here and try these. They're essentially a shortbread dough base rather than the typical chocolate chip cookie base. So they're a little less sweet and they have a totally different texture, but I'm really excited to see how these turn out. So without further ado, let's go.
Alright, so this recipe comes from Alison Roman's new book, Dining In, and we're gonna give it a shot. So you're gonna start with 255 grams of butter, which is about 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons. And you're gonna go ahead and cut that into 1/2-inch pieces and accidentally make a butter tower. Next, you're gonna rough chop 6 ounces of dark chocolate or bittersweet chocolate. Make sure not to chop this too fine. You wanna make sure that these are nice and chunky, but not too big. Now, this recipe is a great time to talk about mise en place. Now, what that means is everything in place in French, which basically means to gather all of your ingredients pre-portioned, pre-measured in individual containers. That way you can add them one by one in the recipe. I know it seems like it might be a waste of time, but I promise you that not only will it save you a ton of time, but it will just make executing the recipe so incredibly easy. Anyway, moving on. Now, in a stand mixer fitted with a paddle attachment, you're gonna add your butter, along with a packed 1/4 cup of light brown sugar, 1/2 cup of white sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Turn your stand mixer on a medium-high speed and beat until very light and fluffy, about 3 to 5 minutes. Once that's done, reduce your mixer down to low and add 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, followed by your chocolate chunks. Once that's done, divide your dough in half and place half of it on a large piece of plastic wrap. Carefully shape it into a log using the plastic to protect your hands from getting all sticky. Lightly roll it around to help perfect that shape, but be careful because it will crumble, so do it lightly. Repeat that with both logs. Each log should be about 2 inches in diameter. Now, this is where the magic happens. You can do all of this ahead of time. You can even roll this dough out, put it in the plastic wrap, and freeze it for up to a month. Or you could do it, say, 5 days ahead of time, put them in the fridge ahead of time, and then just slice them and bake them when you need them. That brings me to my next piece, which is you're going to brush the log or logs with egg wash, which is 1 beaten egg. Then you're gonna spread demerara sugar on a work surface. Then roll your cookie dough log in the demerara sugar to completely coat the surface. Once that's done, you're gonna slice the log into 1/2-inch thick rounds. And try not to get overzealous and slice them like I did and end up crumbling some parts of the dough because you were way too excited about these. Next, you're gonna arrange these on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Be sure to space these about 1 inch apart from one another, that way they don't spread into each other. Once you've aligned all of your cookies, sprinkle each individual cookie with a small amount of flaky sea salt. My personal favorite brand is Malden Flaky Sea Salt. I'm not affiliated with them, I just really like them, so Malden, if you like this, hit me up, affiliate me. Once that's done, drop them in a 350-degree oven for 12 to 15 minutes. Now, as per tradition, the unveiling.
Alright guys, so the verdict. The cookies were amazing. And I know that's really cliche, and I'm really not trying to be like, oh, I don't know if they're gonna be good. Oh, just kidding, they're good. I'm not trying to be an asshole like that. I legitimately mean I'm very surprised how good they turned out. It's not that I don't believe in Alison. I know that she knows what she's doing, but it just really took me by surprise because it goes against every cookie law that I've ever learned. I guess you'll just have to try it for yourself. The thing that's great about these, as I've said before, is that you can make them ahead, you can freeze them. It's easy sauce cookies, and they are baller. They're definitely not the chewy type cookie that I know, but they're good. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next week.